Alright, we're starting out in Pennsboro, which is Ritchie County, West Virginia, on the North Bend Rail Trail. We're going to go about 16 miles one way, heading west to the Silver Run Tunnel. Will be the final destination. We'll go through that and then turn around and come back here. So it starts out in the city. Starting out at about 8:15 in the morning, 65 degrees. Yeah, it's just part of Pennsboro down there. .7 of a mile and we're already coming up to the tunnel. Pennsboro Tunnel number 8, length 558 feet. You see it's brick here. Okay. You can see these alcoves here. You could duck out of the way of the train. It's a tunnel, first tunnel already. I'm going to use the battery to get started here. Then we'll go back in pedal assist. Again, I like riding in pedal assist number 2. Which gets me between 10 and 11 miles an hour. It's a comfortable pace where you could actually enjoy the trail. The North Bend Rail Trail, as I chase this little rabbit, it's about 74 miles from Clarksburg in Harrison County to Parkersburg in Wood County. We're coming underneath Old Route 50 here, I believe. Old concrete wall here that supported that hillside from collapsing onto the tracks. So coming out of Pennsboro, we had a little bit of a climb. I could tell from the torque meter on the bike here and the amount of assist I have to give it that we've been going uphill since we left Pennsboro heading west. Alright, we've made it from Pennsboro to Ellenboro now. There's the welcome sign over there. Like I said, this unusual trail, it's not an isolated trail, at least the part we're on so far. It seems like I've always been along the road, not maybe 100 yards away from it. Ellenboro. Okay, they have a bridge right over Old Route 50. That's New Route 50 up there. That goes from Clarksburg to Parkersburg. Coming under the new Route 50. So we're going to the southern side of it. Past Ellenboro. And I believe this trail will stay on the south side of New Route 50, at least to the Silver Run Tunnel. I have never gone all the way over to Parkersburg when I've been hunting tunnels up. I have a video on my channel about just hiking up to a lot of the tunnels along this route. I think we're in the state park, North Bend right now. Saw a sign that said park boundary. We're at Husher's Run, up on the old bridge that crosses it. A little bit of a muddy trail today. Nice wide open section here. Oh, we're coming up to a tunnel. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure. Got awfully dark up there, like we're going into a tunnel. Well, just cut in the rock. Now, maybe this is one of those abandoned tunnels, as they call it, where they daylighted it. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut through this. I know when I looked at the details of the trail that I'm on, this part of it, that there was one daylighted tunnel. This might have been it. Signage says tunnel number 10, Dick Bias Tunnel, length 377 feet. You can see it's not very high, the part above it, but it's all rock that they carved through here. So here we should hit another bridge over Husher's Run. We've come about 7.6 miles, and we got to get to milepost 22 and a half, and we just passed 31. So we're somewhere in the range of 9 miles to the Silver Run Tunnel, which is our destination for today, our turnaround point to go back to Pennsboro. Where this section through the North Bend State Park is really scenic and isolated. Been on the trail 45 minutes. The only person I saw actually on the trail was a young kid jogging. No bikers, no horses. No other hikers. It is a Monday. I always try to stay off these trails on weekends just because they get crowded. Coming up to another tunnel. Looking for some signage here. I don't see any signage on the tunnel. Tunnel number 12. I think these newer blocks were put in for additional support. I don't know how long tunnel number 12 is. I believe this tunnel's right at the park. It's a very short tunnel. Tunnel number 13, Bonds Creek. Length 353 feet. Slight curve to it. See the light already at the other end. Don't need the light on for this one. Look at how far away that actually looks in the camera as we get into the center section where it's dark. Yeah, this is right at the park. Only 25 yards from the end, yet the camera makes it look like it's farther away. It's a nice brick. North Bend State Park, that area. I've walked from the park to here. I've seen this structure on a couple other spots along the rail trail. I don't know what that would have been. Some building on top of that. Stairs leading up to it. So we look at these massive cut stones here. I'm sure this building had something to do with the railroad at one time. The old trestle that crosses the North Fork of the Hughes River. Boy, look at all the debris that's stacked up against the bridge here. Perhaps not. Nope, North Fork of the Hughes River, just snaking around. The decking's much newer on this one. Yeah, I gotta make my way through the weeds here without getting ticks or walking into a snake. There's something I want to show you. I can see people have been walking out here. Here is an abandoned tunnel. So they diverted the rail around this tunnel. I don't know how far this goes. It says 1868, this tunnel. Be hard to see it up there. It's one of the top blocks in the center. I don't see any light from the other end. It's either a curved tunnel blocked off. Who knows? Look at the massive rocks that this front was made out of. Big rocks and bricks. Look at how they chiseled on these rocks. Some of them are 5 feet by at least 16 inches. I don't know how deep. Interesting. A lot of bridges you cross here. Okay, so we're at milepost 27. Like I said, we gotta be at 22. That's about right. And guess what? It's the North Fork of the Hughes River again. I'll just zip on this. We've made it to the town of Cairo, or Cairo. There's an old bank building that the trail is headquartered at. I have to look that up. It's real close to the trail here. Okay. Guess we're still on the trail. This was built in 1896. Open Saturdays 10 to 5. Oh, look at that. It's just like a bank in there. I don't think this is the Silver Run Tunnel. Maybe it is. I didn't think I was there yet. Yeah, 23. I was saying 22 and a half, which is the center of the tunnel. This is a long tunnel. I'm gonna get a different light out here. It's all bricked on the inside of the Silver Run Tunnel. So it took us about an hour and 35 minutes from Pennsboro to get down here. And it was right at about 16 miles. That's what I anticipated. So we are coming up on the other end. As you can see, the light is coming out. Alcoves there. I kind of zigzag back and forth. Here's another one. The supposedly haunted Silver Run Tunnel. Big alcove there. So, it's not the longest tunnel on the trail. There's one closer to Clarksburg that's really long, straight as an arrow too. As you can see, we're coming up to the east end or east portal of the Silver Run Tunnel. So it's at milepost 23.